Go.
This episode of Inside Golf Podcast is brought to you by Inside Sports Network.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Boston Capital Twitter, Steve, on the Hold the Green podcast.
All right, we are live. Tap in, birdie.
All right, Carson Young is here.
I bet Ludwig at 28.
Let's go. I bet
You
him
did
at,
too?
I bet him at 25.
Low sevens. I think there's some guys in here we like.
Harris English at 7,300.
I love Brian Harmon at 3.5% this week.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us after Ball Knowers After Dark. It's your boy Capper and Twitterless Steve. We're going to go over our NFL picks for the week. Steve, how are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm great. You know, it's nice that things have reverted back to normal, where after week one, the only thing I care about the NFL is just gambling at this point. Don't care about my favorite team because there's no hope at that point. So it's nice I can just focus on all of that and get my betting card together, focus on how good football is played and kind of, you know, immerse myself into that world and just forget about all the problems that are happening, you know, in East Rutherford. So it'll be nice to talk about some competent teams tonight.
Isn't it fun to watch a game like the Ravens and Bills and be like, wow, this isn't the same sport that my team plays?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been thinking that for the last 15 years, basically.
15 years. Fuck off. It's been, you guys won the Super Bowl and you guys beat us with Manningham down the sideline. And what was that? 11?
That was 12. So yeah, about 13 years.
Okay. All right.
And I think I've seen maybe one season of good offense since. It was probably that 2015 season with Odell and Eli. And like Eli had like 35 touchdowns. And since then, though, I've seen some bad football. Really bad football.
I've only had bad football for the last, I don't know, fucking, I guess 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, no one really wants to hear you complain yet. All right, get.
I don't care. No. I do not give a shit. I don't care if anybody doesn't want to hear me complain. I don't care because guess what? I'm allowed the same leverage as everybody else. Like if I don't like my team and they stink, I'm allowed to call they stink. Now, me crying about like not making it to a Super Bowl, fine, but I still want to watch at least decent football, and my team hasn't even been decent football. So I understand nobody hears me cry about going to the playoffs and winning Super Bowl since we had the best run of anybody listening could only wish to have the 20-year run that I had. And no one's ever going to have it. So I have it. You don't. But I get it.
Yeah. I was actually talking to friends this week as I was going over horrible passing stats for the Giants over the last 5 years or so. And, they're Bills fans. And they were saying, yeah, it's great to have Josh Allen right now. But it took like 2 decades to get to that point. And it dawned on me that this, I'm in probably year 9 of post Eli. So I got another 11 years left to go. Before
but they haven't even won. But the Bills haven't even won anything. So it doesn't even matter. Like, yeah, I'm good at fantasy. Like, but they haven't been able to get over the Mahomes bump. Like, just is what it is. Like,
listen, man, when you got 20 years of just Tyrod Taylor and Nate Peterman and
I get it.
Kelly Holcomb and Ryan Fitzpatrick and
listen, Fitz, just like Jameis, is fun bad. Listen, if you're going to be bad, don't be Mac Jones bad. Be Jameis bad, where at least you're going to throw 30 touchdowns and 30 picks, and you're at least give a shit about the game instead of watching paint dry like I did this past weekend in the last fucking 5 years. It's been terrible.
All right, let's save more.
Right, we're bitching, and poor Kevin's like, try being a Browns fan. We have one playoff win in my entire lifetime.
That's true. It was a good one though. You beat the Steelers though with Baker. And then he ran his ass out of town. How'd that work out for you guys? All right, so let's save some more bitching for the Homer talk because I think both of us are gonna try and one up each other about how miserable we are in that segment. Let's play a game first.
First of all, Dave wants to know how many Super Bowls we have in our lifetime. So I have the 6 from the Patriots, and I count the 7th because I was on Brady over Bill. So I'm counting the Tampa Bay Super Bowl for mine. So that's 7 for me, and that's 2 for you. So we have 9 Super Bowls.
No, I got more in my lifetime.
Well, you were a baby. You weren't fucking watching.
I was alive.
Oh, but you weren't technically conscious yet.
No, I remember okay. First of all, stop. Okay, first one, you have a valid point. I was technically in the womb for that one. Some consider that to be life. Some others don't.
No,
but we won't be talking about that topic today.
Oh, let's not today.
Not today. But technically, cells were activated in me during that first Super Bowl. The second one, I actually do remember. Not the game so much, but because my dad actually went to that game. And I remember being in Tampa. We all flew down for the game, and I remember chasing the family dog around the yard and saying goodbye to my dad, and him being really happy when he came home because he woke everybody up because he was so happy.
Guys, all right, I'll give you that one. So you have 3. Yeah. I'm not giving you in the womb, bro.
3.
Sorry.
Fine. Okay. All right. Well, before we get to all the picks this week. Week 2 is tricky. It's always tricky because it's nice to see one data point of what happened.
Overreaction, always overreaction.
But that's the thing is what's real, what isn't, and do you have to maybe reassess some of your expectations for that you had in the preseason? So I got a few questions for you based on some results of games that were a little wonky, maybe a little unexpected. That is it. Do you have an opinion on one thing or the other, or maybe a combination of both? So Let me ask you a couple of questions, get your opinion on it. Okay. Let's start with Green Bay and Detroit. Green Bay just put the boots to Detroit in that game. Yep. Where does the truth lie? Is Green Bay the best team in the NFC, or is Detroit just not as good as what we thought? Or is it a little bit of both?
I would say it's a little bit of neither.
Okay. Expand on that.
So Jared Goff stinks outside, lost Ben Johnson, who didn't do anybody any favors with how he coached the game on Monday night. Green Bay looked fine, but they didn't blow doors. I get it was Detroit and how good they've been over the past 2 years, but it's still Goff outside in Lambeau. He doesn't have a great record there. I don't know. I didn't take too much from it. I think it was a divisional game, tough game. I feel like Detroit isn't as good as we thought they were going to be, and maybe the coordinators. And this is something that I thought they weren't going to have to deal with. That Campbell would be able to keep the culture and coaching the same. That maybe they are missing the coordinators a little bit. So I guess it's a little more about Detroit than it is about Green Bay.
Okay, I think I would agree with that. Because the Packers came out and with their scripted plays that they have been.
And then from there,
it was 3 months. Yeah, I mean that was a banger. I mean, they marched down the field. They looked unstoppable. Yeah. After that, though, I don't know if they just took their foot off the gas or anything, but offensively, they kind of waned a little bit in the second half.
I think Jordan Love's overrated. Listen, I am very hard on all quarterbacks, but I think Jordan Love's a little overrated. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, see it with him. Where I came out of it, though, I think it's more of an indictment of Detroit. I mean, sure. Dave brings up a good point. The coordinator turnover is pretty massive to lose your offensive and defensive coordinator. But the offensive line also looked really bad for the Lions, and Jared Goff looked awful. If you look at some of his high level analytic of under pressure, absolutely garbage. Performance under pressure, very reminiscent of what he closed with the Rams did. He looked like last season Jared Goff with the Rams. So I know they lost Frank Ragnow, they lost Zeitler on the line.
I think Ragnow is probably the biggest loss. I feel like Ragnow is more important than the offensive coordinator. I really do. As somebody who's been through listen, Brady obviously was the best ever, right? But how many offensive coordinators did he go through? He didn't suffer those lulls, right? Now, obviously he's the best. So you're not going to feel it as much. But I mean, if you look at some of these guys who go through coordinators, as long as the system's relatively the same, that offensive line is huge, especially for a happy feet quarterback who's not a good quarterback. Goff is not good. He's a good system quarterback. He's a definition of a system quarterback.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. But the offensive line was bad, and his results under pressure were really bad in week 1. So they have to get that fixed. All right. Yeah. Let's go to Saints Cardinals. Probably a game you didn't watch much of. So I'm not sure how much of an opinion
I watched a little bit of it just because I had McBride, but
okay. You always have McBride. You have a hard on for that dude.
I do.
Okay.
It's only so many good white receivers who have dog in them, man. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, Cardinals were very popular survivor pick last week. Everyone was assuming maybe 0-17 for the Saints. Saints kept it relatively competitive. They had a chance to maybe tie the game at the end. Rattler didn't look horrible.
The Rattler.
So I guess how do you come out of that game? Where does the truth lie? Are the Saints not as bad as what we might think? Or are the Cardinals maybe secretly bad and they just was they're only a little bit better than the Saints. And that's why the game is close.
The Cardinals are bad.
Okay.
Like, Kyler Murray is still the quarterback. He is not a good quarterback. He fucking stinks. James Conner, he's 30 years old, which might as well be fucking 85 unless you're Derrick Henry in this league. I know Benson's behind him. Marvin Harrison is very overrated. Just because his dad killed the guy in South Philly doesn't mean you're a good receiver. Sure, allegedly, just for legal purposes.
You gotta watch it because all the people that said so are dead, by the way.
I know. I'm aware. Yeah. I know how South Philly rolls. It's fine. I got people. I mean, look, the Saints are gonna be bad, but they're gonna be as bad as everybody thought they were. They were fucking trash last year. Like it's not like there was some team that was good last year. Like, they didn't downgrade that much. I mean, I just think Kyler Murray stinks, and yeah, I just think the Cardinals stink. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I was down on the Cardinals before the season. I've always been down on Kyler Murray. I just it's the same problem.
You fucking liar! You fucking liar!
No, it's true. It's true.
Did you? I will fucking murder you. You are so full of shit. Last year, was it last year or this year that you drafted him?
Yeah, because it was. I was like, all right, I guess like he went for what, like $3. Like, all right, I guess I'll bid on this. I didn't feel great about it after that, and I hated watching every single minute of it. But I mean, it's a similar problem that what I have with my current quarterback, New York Giants. Just when you're that short and can't work the middle of the field, the offense just isn't as functional as what it can be. That doesn't get any pressure on Rattler, and I think that's part of the reason why Rattler might have looked relatively okay. So I'm interested.
What was Rattler was what, like a 4th round pick?
Something like that. I mean, he looked terrible last year.
Fine. So maybe he got coached up a little bit, and he's a 4th round pick. What do you expect? Like, good. Like he for what he is, he performed really well. And everybody thought they were gonna get blown out. I'm telling you, it's Arizona. Arizona fucking stinks. Who's their head coach? It was the Philly defensive coordinator,
Jonathan Gannon.
Right?
Yeah.
Stiff. That video from 2 years ago, whatever it was, whenever his first thing was, he was trying to dap guys up, and he was just like, he acted like a baseball GM, just a complete like Yale, like, hey bro, how are you? Like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, like, look, and Dave brings up a good point. Maybe Kellen Moore just is able to bring out the best in Spencer Rattler, but
maybe.
Let's see what happens when he's under a little bit more pressure this week. I think the Niners are going to bring some heat, especially with some of the issues that are going on the offensive side of the ball. I think they're going to throw the kitchen sink in that game defensively to really just
at Mac Jones.
No. The Niners are going to throw the kitchen sink on defense.
It doesn't matter.
They got to carry it.
Mac Jones is on the other side.
Although honestly, maybe you'll talk about this game. Because wasn't Mac Jones exactly like they were debating between Trey Lance and Mac Jones, like Kyle Shanahan wanted. And now he's going to get his wish, his second chance. And considering considering how good Daniel Jones looked under competent coaching last week, and now Mac Jones is competent coaching this week, maybe that's going to happen for you this week, dude.
Bro, if that happens for me, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that can go really bad for me on Sunday.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a different conversation, but I think we come away more negative, I think, on the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to be super popular in Survivor this week as well, which gets us to their opponent this week in a game that was in your market that you probably saw a lot of. Jacksonville put the boots to Carolina this week. Is Jacksonville really good, or is Carolina just a complete train wreck this year again? Or is it maybe a little bit of both?
I don't think Carolina's a train wreck. I think Jacksonville's good. Despite Trevor Lawrence, I think he still fucking stinks. I think the coach somehow got him to do that. They traded away Bigsby. I guess they're going all in on ETN and what the hell's that kid's name? What's the backup name?
Luton? Well, they traded Bigsby. Oh, Tootin.
Yeah. Tootin. So, I mean, look, they got stud receivers, man. Defense is all right. I can't get over. I wish I need to make a drop board. I need to figure out how to make a Wick drop board so I can hit that button where he went Duval, and it was like the worst, most cringy thing ever. And I was like, Jacksonville is never going to win with this guy as a coach. I say it's more about Jacksonville than it's more about Carolina. I think Carolina's scrappy. I think they had a good run game. O-line didn't look that bad. Bryce Young, he didn't look great, but he didn't look terrible, I guess.
Okay.
More about Jacksonville.
I think it's a little bit of a combination of both. I was impressed with Travis Hunter. I liked him at some of the plays they were running for him. I thought he looked as advertised, at least, with how they want to deploy him. They got some pretty good pass rushers on Jacksonville, even with Trayvon Walker, who's still kind of terrible. But
stiff.
You got Devin Lloyd, you got Josh Allen. They got some competent guys who can rush the passer. So they got some good pieces finally. If they're well coached, then yeah, you can probably put together.
And and Jacksonville has a good owner. Like they will spend money.
Do they? The AEW guy?
No, his dad, Shad Khan.
Okay.
He is the owner, and he is listen. I don't know. He has the biggest yacht I've ever seen in my entire life. He made $1 bazillion off of fucking auto parts. He loves fucking football. He wants it to succeed. He's gone to Jacksonville 1 million times to try to redo the landing to make it like a beautiful thing, but God forbid politicians do anything. Instead, they're just going to let this beautiful waterfront property just do nothing but let crackheads walk around. I think Jacksonville's on the right track. I really do. And look, I live there. I'm not a Jacksonville fan. I live south of Jacksonville.
You love to clarify that, by the way.
Yeah. I do. There's a reason, because I don't want to live in Duval. There's a reason I pay higher property taxes, so I don't have to live in a place that
what
identifies
flex,
with
what a flex. You pay higher taxes.
I do. So I don't live in a place that's called Duval, where they're like, we have the biggest landmass city in the world. Do you? That's great. What happens there? Nothing. Okay, great. And they yell Duval, the county. Who yells the county? It's so weird. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I think it's more about Jacksonville than it is about Carolina. And listen, I know Bryce Young looked horrific, Dave. JJ McCarthy looked just as bad at the first 3 quarters. In his premiere. So
you just want to rile him up, don't you?
Every once in a while.
We're gonna literally talk about that game. There's gonna be a segment where you can go back and forth and argue with if someone's listening on podcast, who's this Dave guy he's arguing with in chat? Just a one-sided argument.
How many times do we get that question? Who's this fucking Dave guy?
Yeah. Well, anyways, the point actually, this is a really way longer conversation I wanted to have about this, but the point I want to make about Carolina, though, and why I think they really might be just the train wreck again, is because I bet they're over on win total. And I feel terrible.
Me too. Me too.
They put a lot of resources into revamping the front seven, and then they got completely steamrolled by Travis Etienne, of all people.
But
generated no pressure.
But think about the pedigree Etienne was. Etienne was a stud coming out of college. He was supposed to be the thing. If you think about back, even just think about like fantasy things, like when he came out as a rookie, everybody wanted him. Second year, it was like, okay, we can do it. And it was the coaching. So listen, maybe it's finally coming true. The dude was fast as fuck, and he could take hits. Like Etienne is a good running back in theory.
Okay, in theory, but Etienne to be steamrolled like he did by Travis Etienne.
I know.
Yeah, and to still have zero pass rush after trying to
zero pass rush is not great.
That's a big problem.
Well, you know what a bigger problem is? A bigger problem is for that coach was online porn.
Okay. All right, let's move on. So
I want to see if I can rope you in. You were loose last night
with that. All right, let's just move on then. We've spent way too long on Carolina. Let's how about we transition to something we were talking about a lot during the 4:30 game. Denver and Tennessee. A terrible played game, by the way. Can't believe I watched a lot of that. But Bo Nix looked awful.
Because he's terrible. He's not a good quarterback.
Yeah. So is it more about Bo Nix just being terrible, or is Tennessee's defense maybe sneaky good?
Bo Nix sucking ballsack. He is not a good quarterback. He's just not. Like, I hated him coming out of college. I can't believe how that Sean Payton drafted him as high as he did. But you know what? Sean Payton's a pompous asshole, just like Bill Belichick. Sean Payton is Bill Belichick like light. Like, I can fix everything. I am the alpha. I do everything. Like, no, we're good. No, Bo Nix stinks.
Okay, I think it's a combination of both.
Stinks.
And while I think Tennessee's defense has some good pieces to it, and
sure,
the eye test did suggest on a lot of these throws that Bo Nix just
so bad.
There were some very, very bad passes behind receivers. And the worst part of it was he was actually throwing receivers under the bus on the field. He threw it 2 yards behind a guy and he was yelling at him to stop at the route.
Yeah.
It was not great.
Don't go past the sticks. Don't get that first down.
No.
Stop right
and
there.
If you look at some of the advanced analytics, there are only 4 quarterbacks were worse than Bo Nix on Sunday. Tua, Cam Ward, who I think you can blame, I think, the line more than maybe him.
It's his first stat.
Right. It's Bryce Young and the guy that you love to beat up, CJ Stroud. So those are the only 4 quarterbacks worse than Bo Nix from an EPA perspective. Bad DVOA, lots of turnover worthy plays. So I don't know. There was a lot of steam on Bo Nix over the preseason.
Bo Nix, Kevin with the one right there.
Yeah, I think it's a combo of both. I think Tennessee might be a little underrated on defense. It might be okay, but I think Bo Nix is definitely
Bo Nix blows
closer to what we saw. I think in week 1 than maybe what we saw towards the end of last year. So
blows.
All right, that was a long segment. We'll skip the last one because I don't really.
No, I want the last one now. Listen.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't really feel like talking about Daniel Jones, but we're going to talk about Daniel Jones because he definitely put me in a fucking locker. He put all the Giants fans in the locker.
He did.
I couldn't believe. I'm like,
Dayball's a bad coach.
Well, we'll get to that a little bit. And look, I mean, like, I think you took Miami plus 1.5. I didn't actually bet Miami over 7.5 wins. It was
I did.
I know. Well, for content purposes, because I knew you were going to talk about the Patriots, I didn't want to overlap. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't really want to talk about the Jets. I don't want to talk about paying over for the Bills win total. So why don't be like a shock jock here and talk about Miami over wins here? Yeah, just get the clicks here.
Find your space, man.
Right, but are the Colts maybe better than what we think, or is Miami just a giant dumpster fire?
This is going to go into the homer pick thing. I don't know. They look like a dumpster fire. They really do.
Mm-hmm.
But so, like, I have to look at it from my perspective. I'm going in there this week. Looks like a complete dumpster fire. They let Daniel Jones score on every single touch. Is that what happened?
Yes.
Every single touch. Okay. And now I have my soft ass cornerback, Christian Gonzalez, who hasn't played a full season ever and still not going to play this week because he has a tight hamstring. Now I have my defensive coordinator who clearly stinks because you dropped defensive lineman into coverage last week for some reason. He's on medical leave. We've never beaten Tua ever since Brady has left. We're going to Miami, where even when Brady was good, we didn't win. We're going to lose this week. We're gonna lose this week, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Like I'm going to be apoplectic about what happens. Like I don't know what's going to happen.
All right. You know what? Let's throw out the show notes. Let's just move the homer pick to right now. You're dying to talk about the Patriots. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move it all up, and then we'll do the Thursday game. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Just go. Just let it all out about the Patriots. I'll give you your safe space.
Drake May is a redneck idiot. There is no question about it. I've listened to all his press conferences. He goes, Steve, ask me a question. Any question. Anything.
What's your favorite soda?
Yeah. Coke. Ask me another question.
What do you think about the Louisiana Purchase?
Yeah. Westward. Like he goes, yeah, with every goddamn question. He is a redneck fucking moron who is clearly not able to understand the Josh McDaniels fucking playbook. Like that's just what happens. He is, I don't even know what to say. He is a fucking idiot. And I know he is because he can't process anything. He drops back, he gets happy feet, he runs, he wants to run a foot, and he goes, oh no, my coach is telling me I gotta get down. Nope. And he slides down to take a 1 yard loss instead of a 3 yard gain. McDaniels, scumbag. Like the owners have hired him, not the coaches. Vrabel doesn't want him. Vrabel's already thrown him under the bus. When they're listening to these fucking press conferences, he's like, well, the play caller. Who's the play caller? Josh McDaniels. Drake, too tiny, redneck brain. Fucking Josh McDaniels, too big of. He has like a Cheesecake Factory menu of offensive plays. It's insane. It's a disaster. It's a fucking disaster. The fact that I have to fucking deal with this. Like, and I still have Elliott Wolf in the fucking front office. There isn't a single draft pick in the last 2 years that are still in the fucking system. In the system. Not even on the practice squad. We have Drake May out of 2 fucking years of draft picks. Yeah, Elliott Wolf still has a job because Bob Kraft wants his fucking buddies there or his buddies' kids, and he doesn't want to fucking pay anybody. I hate everything.
All right.
We stink.
You know, I mean, look, I know you hate Drake May.
I hate him.
But
listen, I hate him. I think I hate him. I think he's an idiot. He's too dumb. He's like, for anybody who doesn't know, like I would Scott Zolak, like IQ. Like that's not great. Like I don't want a Scott Zolak IQ.
Wow, that's a good pull. All right. Well, hold on. I know you hate Drake May, but did you know that PFF had him the 12th best quarterback in week 1?
Oh, what? For that fucking garbage fourth quarter, he actually started throwing the ball, hitting the ball. The first fucking thing, he always sails it high. The first fucking the first half, he throws it high, those things, holds it for too long. I'm telling you, he's a stiff. We're doomed.
Look, I mean, you're being unfair. He had a higher EPA than Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and Matt Stafford, and Jane Daniels.
You know how much I love EPAs. Oh yeah, look up. Oh yeah, he's better than fucking Hurts and Burrow. Like that's how you know stats are completely fucked. Because if you watch the kid and the kid has happy feet, has no idea what to do, and sticks on his one read the entire time instead of shuffling the field, or if he does that and goes, oh, and then he starts to run, he goes, coach don't want me to run, and then he stops. Like, no, it's a fucking disaster. This kid's fucking. I hope to Christ. I hope fucking they can figure it out, because if not, it's gonna be a fucking long. We have the softest schedule in the world, and if we don't have 9 wins, then we need to just cut ties, go next year and find somebody else. We stink. I think Vrabel's a fucking idiot. I think Drake's an idiot. I think Drake is legitimately dumb, though. Like, legitimately dumb. Like, he was like rolling hay bales out in North Carolina versus like studying like math and how to speak coherently.
All right. What who's worse at their job? Drake May quarterbacking or Drake the rapper betting on sports?
Oh shit. That's tough. I hate Drake. I hate Drake. Damn. I'll say Drake the Rapper.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is it my turn? Well,
Yeah.
hold on. Did you give an official pick?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna bet the Patriots.
Oh God, it's gonna go awful.
I'm gonna bet the Patriots because here's the deal.
Was it 1.5, or are you gonna take the money line?
I'm taking the money line.
Okay.
Because if we can't we've never beaten Tua, which is fucking insane since Brady left. If I can't celebrate with a win and we lose this game, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna lose my shit. Like legitimately, I might go insane.
I mean, my phone is gonna melt.
Oh yeah, your phone's gonna melt.
It's gonna zzz. C word, F word, C word, F word.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. It's my turn to talk about my shitty team.
It is.
Finally.
But you have hope. You have somebody behind. In Jackson Dart, you have a retired coach, a shitbag quarterback, but you have somebody who's, first of all, this name, imagine if this guy was drafted on my team, I'd say Jackson Dart fucking forever. It would be terrible for the kid. You have hope. You have hope.
Do I? Do I have hope?
Do.
We have ruined pretty much.
Daboll.
We have ruined. Okay. We have seen now several players leave the Giants organization and get markedly better. Yeah, I know it's a one side, game sample size, but Daniel Jones. Okay. They were able to properly utilize Saquon Barkley a little properly and a competent franchise. Xavier McKinney became an all-pro safety. We just let him walk. Even Kadarius Toney had his moments in KC.
Oh, stop it.
He
had one fucking moment.
Don't matter.
He had one.
Don't matter. He helped the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Scoreboard.
You let me go. I'll let you go. You go.
But my point is, and maybe I should just set up Sunday, because I said last week that this was the most optimistic I have been about the Giants in probably 8 or 9 years.
You said a decade.
Probably a decade. I mean, that would get me to about 2016, where we had Odell and Eli. That was a shit team, but they still made the playoffs. They won like 10 games. They had a good defense. Even that 2022 playoff year, like I knew this team was a fraud. But I was excited. Bought in a lot of hype. Bought into this team loves each other, and look at just these guys look happy. All that bullshit. But I was excited. I wanted to start getting my daughter involved in football. And I really tried to make Sunday a really special day for her.
Love it.
We actually went in the backyard. We tossed the football around. I was showing her like, all right, so this is how you run a pass pattern. This is how you do a punt. This is how you kick a field goal. This is how you hike a ball. She loved it. She wants to do it every Sunday now. And I'm like, all right, so you know what we're going to do though? We're going to sit down. We're going to watch the Giants, 1:00. I got all her favorite snacks. Daddy got her favorite snacks too. And we turned on the game, expecting, I didn't think the Giants were going to win the game, but I thought it was going to be relatively competitive. I was buying into all the hype. I was buying into Daboll finally got rid of Daniel Jones. And yes, Russell Wilson stinks, but if you can just be maybe a slightly below average quarterback, maybe he can actually call the plays he wants to call, and he can look kind of functional. And then the game started. And it was literally just the same offense I saw last year, where we can't block for shit. And I know Andrew Thomas is out, but for God's sakes, how come every time we lose our left tackle, the entire offensive line falls apart? There's 4 other of you fuckers. Okay? It can't be always that bad. And we couldn't protect Russell Wilson. What's more concerning too is that we can't even run block well anymore. That's actually something we did decently last year. And all of them stink. Our center sucks. It's probably the worst center in the league. We had Greg Van Roten, who looks like he's going to be in retirement pretty soon. He looked awful on Sunday. Jermaine Illuminor looked the best of the bunch of idiots that we had running. It's not a very high compliment. Obviously Hudson was trying to take over for Andrew Thomas. Didn't look great. The entire offensive line looked awful, despite it looking awful and us throwing resources and draft picks and money at this terrible, terrible just liability for 10 years. And we can't figure it out. So that was very disheartening to see. Then I saw Russell Wilson, play an actual defense that was actually schemed and wasn't just playing vanilla-based defense for the preseason. And boy, he looked awful. You can't really run a functional offense when you have a quarterback who refuses to run the middle of the field and can only throw to the sidelines and deep. And unfortunately, when you have absolutely zero time to set up a deep pass, it's going to look like shit. So I quickly realized, our talent on the team is still awful, especially on offense. And just seeing the play calling that was being done, we didn't get a lot of first and goal situations at the 1 last year. So, maybe they're a little rusty about how to call a competent play, but we got first and goal down there. And the first play you run, the first one that comes to mind is let's run a pass pattern for our 5th round rookie swing tackle to be eligible in the play and throw to him on first and goal instead of give it to the hammer that we drafted in the 3rd round, Cam Skattebo. You
love Skattebo because he looks like All-Star.
Yeah.
After you said that, I can't unsee it, by the way.
I mean, that was the most exciting part of the game when he actually blew up somebody in the pass block, which was encouraging because he actually, that was a criticism on him. He couldn't pass block. When he just leveled a guy, that was great. I got kind of excited at that point. But that just goes to show that for the last 5 years, we've been blaming, or 4 years, we've been blaming Daniel Jones. And that once Brian Daboll gets his guy and, can call a competent offense, things are going to be fine. Well, that proved not to be true because the offense looked completely dog shit again. And he's the one that wanted to bring Russell Wilson in. And he's the one that tries to create this infrastructure to try and make it work. And why should I have any faith at this point that once we eventually get Jackson Dart in there, that he's not going to ruin the kid either? Maybe he's just not a good coach. Okay, maybe it's completely plausible that, and maybe what we saw on Sunday, that Josh Allen is the reason why he even has this position in the first place. Maybe it's the fact that the quarterback coach, Jordan Palmer, actually fixes mechanics, not Brian Daboll doing it. And remember, before Buffalo, Brian Daboll actually wasn't very good coordinator. He was basically run out of the league. He had one good season.
He was a great tight end coach for New England.
Okay, all right, there you go.
Hernandez.
Yeah, Joe Judge was a good special teams coordinator once upon a time. Doesn't make him a good head coach. So maybe it's just Brian Daboll stinks. And the fact that not only brought him back, but we brought back his dummy offensive coordinator too. Like his head, why didn't John Mara, and this goes for the defense as well. Those guys were, Joe Shane and Daboll, they were talking for their jobs. And Mara said, fine, you got 1 more year. Why didn't they set the condition of it be, well, you got to replace your coordinators because this isn't working. You brought back the entire band again.
You know why? You know why?
Because it's a terrible owner?
All owners are cheap. They make the salary cap sound like a thing, which it's absolutely not. It's all about real money. All about real money. They can make whatever they want, and they're going to have to pay real money to coordinators. So wait, I gotta hire somebody, and if I fire this guy, I still gotta pay him $2 million, and I have to set somebody else with $2 million. That means that offensive coordinator position is $4 million. We'll just break him back. It's fine. They don't care. It's another thing in their portfolio. We're the only ones who give a fuck. The owners do not care. The owners do not care.
It's incompetence at this point. Joe Shane is also a fraud too. Officially on board with that. Despite this bullshit and gaslighting us to thinking the last 2 draft classes have been really good. The damage has already been done. The 2022 draft was a disaster. 2023, you got 0 good draft picks out of it. None of those guys are useful. Our first round pick is now played 10 snaps. Deonte Banks. He's just gone basically at this point.
Steve, I don't have a single person on our draft from last year other than fucking Drake May.
Well, I got my own problems too. So it's just discouraging that this is what's going to happen. We drafted the quarterback for the future. But now I don't think there's any evidence that this coaching
behind Mr. Unlimited. That's a great idea. Dayball should be fired.
That's not even the point, though. The point is we drafted this guy, Jackson Dart, who's now tied to Dayball, when it looks like probably at this point the trajectory of the season is him and Shane are gone. So now we're going to have to bring in 2 new guys to come in. They essentially have to say, well, I guess we kind of like Jackson Dart. Maybe we'll try and make this work. And then it's probably not going to work. Probably definitely, similar to what happened to Daniel Jones when Shermer got fired. They brought in a new guy and they couldn't make that work. And we're just going to perpetuate this cycle again, because at the end of the day, this is a shit franchise and it's not going to get better until John Mara and his kids they have a tragic boat accident or something. Okay. It's not going to get better. And they need to sell this team and get rid of it. And that's the only light at the end of the tunnel. Otherwise, you have terrible decision makers running this organization, and it's not going to get any better. And that's why I have no hope.
Love it, Steve. Fucking love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, please don't.
Steve wishing death upon someone. If anybody would have put like money on like who's going to wish death upon someone first, let's put that lineup. Capper versus Steve. It would be minus 1,000 me versus you, and fucking plus 850 fucking Steve would have cashed.
Yeah. Well, anyways, my pick for the game is look. I have been in these situations where I do rants like that, and the Giants actually kind of put up a bit of a fight the following week and live with expectations. The problem is that I sit here tonight and Andrew Thomas is still not practicing. And without him, I have enough data that this is an incompetent offense that can't score more than really 10 points with the offensive line they put together. So unless Andrew Thomas plays in this game, the pick is Dallas minus 5.5. Like I don't see how they can even score with that offensive line. I mean, Washington's front seven is not good, and they got a shit ton of pressure in that game. Yeah. And sometimes your offensive line, and we're going to talk about one later on the show, is so bad that it doesn't matter who you're playing. If you have an awful offensive line, everything is broken. Okay. So if he doesn't play, Dallas is the pick.
Love it. All right. So we got the Thursday night game.
We do.
I'm going to let you go on that because I have to make a cocktail. Because we're 45 minutes in and we haven't gone past us bitching about our teams.
We're done. Okay. No more Giants references. No more Patriots references. Let's actually talk about good football. Let's talk about good franchises.
Yeah, let's not go crazy. They might not be good football.
The rest of the show.
All right, I'm gonna let you start. I have the earbuds in. I'm listening. I'm just gonna go make a drink.
All right. Let's start with Thursday night football. You got the Washington Commanders, who probably should have won by 3 more touchdowns over the Giants on Sunday. Traveling on the road, they are 3.5-point underdogs to the Packers in Lambeau. Looking at where the bets are, funny enough, it's basically evenly split. It's on FanDuel. 50% of the spread and 50% of the bets are on both teams. True coin flip situation here. So this is another one that's hard to handicap because obviously I watched the Giants and Commanders game. And the Commanders, on one hand, should have scored way more. They left a lot of points on the field between penalties. Daniels and McLaurin just couldn't get quite connected in a couple of deep pass plays. Overall, though, I do like what they have put together, at least on offense. I think the chemistry between McLaurin and Daniels is going to come back eventually. I love how they utilize Debo. Debo looked really good with how they're utilizing him. Obviously Bill McCroskey Merritt looked pretty good too. I mean, anyone's run deep offense is going to look really good against the Giants this year, but I like that. The defense, though, I still need to see it against a competent offense if they're really good. I mean, they lost a lot of pieces from the front seven. I don't think you're getting nearly as much pressure on Jordan Love as what they did with Russell. So I still have some questions on defense. And then with the Packers as well, I think, it took a lot to get Micah Parsons to even play on Sunday, and now you got a short week. So You know, how healthy is he going to be? But I think the Packers offense is pretty good. I think that's pretty legit. And, you know, obviously I have allegedly a hard on for Matt LaFleur, as you say.
You do.
Yeah.
You legitimately want to have sex with that guy.
I mean, I don't.
No, you do. I swear to God, you do. Like, if you were ever going to go gay for somebody, it would be for him.
Okay, easy, buddy. So, I mean, I don't love the spread, but I did bet over 48 on the total here. I think there's going to be a lot of points on Thursday night between these two teams. I really like what I saw of the Washington offense. I think just fine tune a couple things. They'll score. They should have scored way more than what they did against the Giants. And I'm just a believer in the Packers offense. I'm not that much of a believer in the Washington defense. So I think there's going to be a lot of points in that game. So I went over 48 and just avoid the spread. Because honestly, I can see that going either way. I don't really know what to make of Washington, the grand scheme of things, or the Packers. So I just went with the total.
Okay. So I went with Washington plus 3.5. Right. So I'm going to take the 3.5, even though it always seems like the sucker bet. The Packers could be missing 2 of their offensive linemen coming up this week. And I feel like another week of practice with Terry and Jaden. By the way, Jaden McDaniels is the one who the Patriots should have had, except that scumbag kicker made that kick for no reason in Denver. And instead of having the number 1 overall pick, we had the 3 overall pick. So we just got the leftover. We had Caleb, Jaden, and then we get Drake May. That's what we get. Yep. Great. Thanks, man. Hey, what's your name? Yeah. My name's Drake. Okay. All right, man. Stop yelling. It's fine.
I thought we were done with the Patriots talk.
It makes me mad thinking about what I could have had Jaden. I have Drake instead. Like, it just makes me so upset. Either way, doesn't matter. I feel like Debo was slept on. Everybody called him fat. He looks great. Terry McLaurin gets another week to get in the groove with Jaden. Yeah, man. I really think, and missing offensive lineman for Green Bay. And I don't believe in Jordan Love at all. Give me 3.5. 3.5. I'll take the hook. Whatever. If we lose by 3, lose by 3. But I already drove across the border and bet that today.
Okay. All right, there you go. All right, let's move to Sunday. Let's do it correctly this time. You want a 1 o'clock and a 4 o'clock game. So let's start with the 1 o'clock slate. Give me a game you like or a total you like from the early slate on Sunday.
Pittsburgh.
Okay. You're impressed by Aaron Rodgers that much in the Meadowlands?
Nope. I just don't believe in Sam Darnold. He stinks. He's terrible. He didn't look good at all. And they tried to run a Kenneth Walker. He didn't look good. Charbonnet looked okay. And Jigba looked great, but he's the only offensive weapon they have. Like, and Darnold fucking stinks, man. Like, he just stinks. And I'm just betting against Darnold, I think, every week this year. He is not good. Kevin O'Connell made that guy look like a serviceable quarterback. This is the same guy who said, I saw ghosts in the Meadowlands and fucking, fell over himself and failed everywhere else. And all of a sudden, he goes to the quarterback whisperer, Kevin O'Connell, and it looks good. There's a reason why they were like, no, we're not paying you. We'll let this fucking hardo with face paint come take over your position because we'll be fine. And Kevin O'Connell he's a great coach. Yeah. Give me Pittsburgh over Seattle. Seattle coming across the country. Tomlin, yes, just give it to me. Darnold, I'm betting against Darnold. Darnold stinks.
Okay. All right. I'll go to a different direction. We talked a little bit about this Tennessee team at the top of the show, how I think the defense is a little bit underrated. So, I mean, I don't have any faith in their offense, though. I think there's a lot of problems with their offensive line, and they're going to play the Rams that have a really good pass rush. Gave Houston a lot of problems last week. So, but I'm a believer. I think the defense is relatively good. For the Rams, though, I mean, Stafford played incredible against Houston, despite only putting up 14 points. The amount of pressure he was receiving all game, because his offensive line also wasn't very good. They also lost 2 more offensive linemen during the game. He played great, but to ask him to do that 2 weeks in a row, with a shaky offensive line. I think it can be a little dicey. But again, like I don't have as much faith in just the Tennessee offense being able to cover that spread. So again, I went to the total. I went under 42. But again, I think it's gonna be another defensive struggle there. I don't think a lot of points. So we're going under 42.
Do you have any spreads tonight?
No, I do. I have spreads, but I bet 2 totals. Okay. You don't like any of that?
No, I just don't like. I'm coming here to take a take on what team's going to win and why. Like here's some point totals. We're not doing round totals, man.
Listen, how many fucking round scores do I bet? Of course, I love betting over and under on numbers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, goddamn, I don't think about those things. I say, hey, Steve, what should I bet on this round total? So, and totals in NFL, man. Like, I don't know. I get it. Listen,
I just think it's gonna be another low scoring game. I think both offenses are going to have. I think both offenses are going to have trouble.
We both hit the Patriots under last week.
We did. We did. So there you go.
I like team total unders more than like game unders.
All right, let's go to the 4:00 slate. I'll start them because finally I will give you a take on a game. Let's go to Philadelphia and KC. Oh,
okay. All right.
We're gonna be an opposite
let me see what
ends of this.
I don't know. We'll see. Because I have it written down here, and I have another one here in case we're on the same side. Go ahead.
All right. Look, it's hard to fade Mahomes ever. It's hard to do that. But
let's go.
When Hollywood Brown is now your top option, he's getting 11 targets.
Let's go.
It's not a functional offense. I was really hoping Pacheco would look a lot better too, and he looks
great going through his little chop steps.
There's so much wasted energy on his 2-yard runs up the middle, and the offensive line still didn't look all that great. And you're hosting a Philly team that has coming off of longer rest from the Thursday game. They had to deal with a bunch of just bullshit that game. I'll admit it. Like the Jalen Carter getting ejected right from the jump, that obviously screws with some plans there. You have the storm delay that kind of messes with some things too. So I think just getting Jalen Carter back is going to be huge. I think the offense is going to look a little better and less disjointed than maybe what it did on Thursday night. So I'm going to take Eagles -1.5.
All right. So that's what I have as well for all the reasons you said. Plus, I mean, look, they look old and slow. They looked old and slow. Offense, defense, they looked old and slow. So the biggest trap line I also had written down in case you took this. Let's talk about Broncos. -2.5 on the road against Daniel Jones. And
I didn't know. I didn't want to touch this game at all.
Right. So okay.
I like where you're going here.
So, all right. So Bo Nix stinks, right? Like we both agree, Bo Nix stinks. But it's Daniel Jones. It's the Colts. The Colts won for Irsay night. We didn't take that into account when we were doing our thing. I couldn't believe I didn't even think about that. Like they were going to do an Irsay night. Like, should donate a whole bunch of money to like don't do opioids. But -2.5 seems like such trap line, yeah?
It does. I mean, especially when we just trash Bo Nix at the top of the show, and maybe, just maybe.
No, I don't even care about the Colts side of it. I don't even care about Daniel Jones stinks. You are correct in your assumption. He does.
He does.
He stinks. He's terrible.
So where are you going here then? I don't know where you're going then.
I feel like the Broncos is a trap. Because Daniel Jones stinks. The Colts have stunk since fucking Peyton's been gone. And that is a trap line.
Okay, so make a pick, friendo.
Well, I said I'm on Eagles as well, but I wanted to talk through this one. Which side would you be on?
I mean, I'm not touching this game because I saw Bo Nix look completely terrible in week 1. But I also am wondering what's going to happen when Daniel Jones faces a competent defense and not a high school defense.
All right. So fuck it. So I'm record pick Eagles. Same with you. -1.5.
All right.
Love that. Already bet it. But I also bet Broncos -2.5. I don't care if it seems like a sucker bet.
All right, for the show, I'll give you the Eagles. We'll be on that.
Yeah.
So, all right. What about Moneyline Dog for the Sunday slate? Falcons. Okay. Well, that's your Sunday pick, though. All right. So you got to pick someone else. You're breaking the rules of the game.
Sunday.
Yeah, we do this.
Okay, is that the Sunday night game?
It's a Sunday night game. All right. So I'll put you down for Atlanta money line. But you got to pick something different. You want me to go then?
Yeah, go.
Okay. All right. Honestly, I looked at the 1 o'clock slate. I didn't really love a whole lot. I considered a lot of garbage. Consider Carolina, to be honest. So I just hate myself.
All this shit you just talked about Carolina.
I know. I mean, maybe our instincts are right. They're not as bad, but man, like once I've dug into some of the defensive numbers, like I don't think Arizona is all that good.
No,
and they do have a look ahead spot too. They're at San Francisco next week. But I couldn't do it. I considered the Bears because I'm just so down on the Lions. But I can't get Caleb Williams second half out of my brain. And we're gonna move the Detroit back to indoors, so maybe that is gonna be a factor there. So I didn't love this, but I landed on Jacksonville plus 150 against the Bengals.
That's the only thing I was about to go to. That's the only thing I could pick.
Yeah, I mean, like the Bengals still seem like they have all the problems they had last year. The offensive line is still terrible. I'm not convinced the defense, like as good as they looked last week, is. I'm not convinced. Lawrence did not look good last week. You're right. I mean, some of the pass plays I saw didn't look great, but
nope.
I think Jacksonville can bring some pressure on Burrow. Jacksonville's got some good weapons. So give me Jacksonville plus 150 against Cincinnati on Sunday.
I'm with you. And think about this. So now they finally won their first week in 4 years. They're like, we got this. We're good. We're on the trajectory. And now they lose this week to Jacksonville. That is absolutely how the script goes.
Okay. So you're going with that too?
Yep.
Okay. So this game was supposed to have us pick different games or different teams, but we're just going
I'm not just picking a fucking game to pick a game.
All right. Let's go to the Sunday night game. We got Atlanta is now plus 3.5 point dogs. Was 4.5 earlier, but the Vikings injury report came out. Moved that line to 3.5. A lot of bets about Atlanta though. 72% of the spread bets on Atlanta, 72% of the money on Atlanta, 67% of the bets on Atlanta. Line has moved to 3.5. We saw the tale of two halves on Monday. You saw JD McCarthy look pretty bad for the most part. The offense is kind of dysfunctional and broken on the first half. But hey, credit to Kevin O'Connell. Made a bunch of adjustments. He's a great coach, and he got them. And combined with some of Bears' ineptitude, which thankfully for me, I saw what was happening when they're down 5, and I texted you. I said,
"Yeah, you were lucky enough to be able to go away and fucking go bet that shit."
I said, I'm going to bet Vikings money line plus 180 here. Let's see what happens to that cash. So that was fun. So, but we got the Vikings 3.5 point favorites against the Falcons. Look, I mean, I said on the preseason show, I am always been out on Raheem Morris. I do not think he's a good coach.
I know you hate him.
There are so many times I'm watching the Falcons.
Why do you hate him so much?
I just think maybe it's because I heard him take the Falcons job and they're like, oh yeah, he's a good coach. I'm like, does nobody remember what happened in Tampa? Like his first go around, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
And I mean, this could be a guy who's a better coordinator than a head coach.
Yeah.
So, and like, I'm still seeing shit with the Falcons. Like it's 1st and goal and Tyler Algier is back there. Like, what are we doing, guys? Just put Bijan there. You know, why are you doing that? But there's just a lot of things I just generally look to bet like in these situations, like fade a team coming off a short week. You know, Vikings are on short rest. Fade a team coming off an emotional win.
Yep. Vikings.
And then the Vikings injury report is pretty brutal today.
Yep.
Especially on the defensive side of the ball. And honestly, and this is a good point, you know, Penix, I thought Penix looked pretty good. Flores is going to throw a lot of pressure at him. He just loves the blitz, but Penix actually handled it pretty well. On Sunday, he was 9 for 13 for 120 yards and a touchdown against the blitz against Tampa, and Tampa likes the blitz generally as well. So I thought he looked pretty good. I bet it at 4.5. It's 3.5. So for the purpose of the show, I'm going to take Atlanta plus 3.5 just because that's the line is right now. But it's not really I think obviously there's a head coaching advantage to the Vikings.
Disparity.
Right. It's just for fading a short week and, the injury report and coming off an emotional win. I'm just going to take the points.
Okay. Listen, I told you that was my money line pick. So I love the Falcons money line. Love it.
Okay. All right. Any other reasons behind it or no?
No, I mean, they seemed like they were in control for a minute. They have the better skill players. London might be hurt, but Pitts actually seemed like he showed up and he's actually a receiver now. I don't know. And they got Bijan. Like, I don't know. Panic seems fine. Give me the devil I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's move to Monday night, where somehow we have a 7:00 and a 10:00 game. That's stupid.
So gross.
No, it's dumb for us East Coasters. Let's start with the early game, though. We got Tampa Bay coming off a last-minute win in Atlanta. They are 2.5-point underdogs to CJ Stroud, who you think is the worst quarterback in the league, based on your text messages.
I say worst quarterback in the league, but he stinks.
He stinks. As of right now, 66% of the money's on Tampa. 74% of the bets are on Tampa. Line has not moved.
I don't like that.
I don't really like that either. I don't really like this game, but I'll let you talk. Which side? Are you
I'm taking the Bucs, man. I'm taking the Bucs. I don't. That offensive line for the Texans is not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. And I don't think he makes good decisions. I don't. He threw to his worst receivers. He has so many open spots. Like, give me Baker, give me the grinders, give me Tampa, give me guys who want to grind it out. Like, I don't think Houston. I'm telling you, I don't think Stroud's the guy. I'm telling you, I don't think Stroud is that guy at all. Like, I'm getting 2.5. Give me the money line.
Oh, okay, you're gonna take Tampa money line there.
Yeah, Tampa money line. Give me Tampa money line.
Okay,
Tampa's gonna beat them.
What's the money line you got there? I gotta put it down.
Plus 125.
Plus 125. Okay. All right. I think this game is gross for a lot of reasons. I wasn't very impressed by Tampa, especially their offense last week. Their offensive line.
No, but they got stifled the first 2 quarters, and then they finally got it together.
Yeah, but the offensive line looked pretty bad. Their tackles were awful last game, and that's where Houston can bring a lot of pressures from the edges there. So they got their own offensive line issues too. But you're right, though. Houston's offensive line, and this is where I made mention earlier that some offensive lines it doesn't really matter who you're playing. You make the other guys look so good. And Houston's offensive line is it's worse than what I thought coming in. I should have known that more before I bet Houston plus 3, which almost came through because the Rams also looked dysfunctional. But what happened was Stroud just immediately got pressure and the play broke down. And when that happens, you can't get the ball to Nico Collins competently.
You certainly can't.
No, you can't. You saw that. The running backs they got, like Nick Chubb, and it didn't look good. So I hate this pick. I'm not betting the spread, but for the purposes of this show, I got to make a pick. I'm gonna go Tampa plus 2.5. That offensive line. I'm really worried Houston's offense is just.
They stink.
Really,
Stroud fucking stinks. The anomaly was not the second year; it was his first year. That first game just solidified it. His braids are terrible. I'm telling you, he's not him. I promise you, he's not him. He stinks.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the Monday night game, 10:00. Which Dave, when you have kids and jobs, just is not elite. Okay.
Dave's not gonna have kids or a job.
Wow, that's not true. He doesn't have kids. So 10 o'clock, Chargers at Las Vegas. Maybe that's why he's so jammed about it, because Chargers are at 10.
Oh, is he a Herbert guy too? How many?
No, he's a Chargers
quarterbacks
fan.
does this guy like?
He's a Chargers fan.
But doesn't he like fucking McCarthy?
I think he's taking it a little personally with some of the defenses. I think I know I came at him for some Viking stuff. I think a lot of people came for some Viking stuff, but I think he kind of adopted JD McCarthy.
Wait, does he like McCarthy or does he like fucking Herbert? You can't have both.
I don't know. Apparently he just said he's not a Charger fan. Then what are you then? Okay. Anyways. So Chargers at Vegas. I mean, look, I want to fade the Vegas because you're right. The Patriots are awful.
Yeah, they're terrible.
But the Chargers also like might look a little too good too, and maybe we're overreacting a little bit. So I'm gonna take Vegas plus 3.5, but I don't feel great about it.
Let's go. Vegas is making the fucking playoffs. Pete Carroll, Geno Smith. That kid, listen, we blitzed the shit out of him, and every time they blitzed him, he fucking stank it. And listen, my secondary is not great, but it's good enough. I'm telling you right now, Vegas, look, like I said, listen, I put it in. They're making the playoffs. They're going to make a run. I'm telling you, they're going to make a run. Well coached, well played. Geno's a veteran at this point. I know I used to say he had Down syndrome coming out of fucking West Virginia, but that was only because he played for the Jets. And I think they got talent. They got that Thornton kid on the outside. They got Bowers. They got fucking Jacoby Myers. They got what's the running back's name? Gente. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. All the talent in the world. All the talent. Max Crosby on the outside. And who's that? There's an inside defensive tackle that's good too. Yeah. Listen, and Al Davis, which is hilarious, by the way, when Al Davis is literally where I'm from, Brockton, Massachusetts. And they tried to make this thing, but he grew up in Brooklyn. It's like, who gives a shit? Like, he's not really from where I'm from. But yeah. The Raiders. The Raiders.
All the money and bets are on Chargers, by the way, right now. You have the Lions.
Good. Guess let down spot. They just slayed Patrick Mahomes. They're walking into what? Oh, dude, give me the fucking money line. All the money I can get.
You're going Vegas money line?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'll change the pick then. Yeah. So I'm looking at FanDuel. It was 3.5 earlier. All the bets and monies on the Chargers been moved to 3.
Nope. I want money line. Raiders.
All right. Okay. Vegas money line. Put you down for plus 150.
Let's go.
All right. That's it.
That's all we got.
That's our show.
Okay.
So
what do we got next week?
Next week is just NFL because there's no tournament. It's the week before the the Ryder Cup.
Okay. Maybe no, they're not gonna release anything. We're not gonna know what anything is going on for singles or anything like that yet.
No, I mean you get some based on how the pairings are on the DB World Tour, because they kind of stack in who the potential plays are. You can get some information there. I don't think you're gonna get much for the Pro Core.
No, me either. Yeah. Well, listen. Hey, we'll be back next week. NFL picks, and then rolling right into the Ryder Cup. For me, anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.